Hi everyone, it's Natasha. Thank you so much for watching my video. So I want to talk about my Emu Australia Paterson Lo. I have this in the size 8. This is what it looks like. This is the left boot. This is the right boot right there. I believe this also comes, I mean, they have different sizes. I'm not sure about the size of this particular one. This is in their waterproof line. And I believe they have a mini, a low, and a high, I think. So they have like different heights of them. This is their, what they call the low. This is in the chestnut color. So I want to talk about this like as much as possible, a full review. I have had this since 2015, so I've gone through 2 falls, 2 winters, 2 springs with this, and the only time I don't really use these are for summer, as my feet are cold and they're always cold all the time. And they're cold right now, but it's just the hormones. So the difference between this and their line that is a semi, or like, no, they're called water resistant. This is the waterproof line. The difference is the waterproof line, the lining is thinner right here, and the part where your feet are gonna be are narrower. I do have narrow feet, so these are perfect for me. So you see, that's the lining itself. It's not very thick. I mean, it's thick enough. And it's very, very dense. I've never really felt like my feet were cold when I was using it, even though they are very thin. I never really felt like my feet were cold. I have tried walking in snow, melting snow, stuff like that. It never penetrated that. I've never had an issue that it went through. Like I bought, like those $100 winter shoes or $80 ones, and they claim they're waterproof, and then you have melting snow on there, and guess what? The inside are wet, your feet are wet, your socks are wet. It's disgusting. I do have 3 other Emu boots. One is in the mini, and 2 other ones are in the low, but this is the only one that isn't waterproof. The other 2 are not waterproof. They're called the water resistant, which is kind of misleading because this might be called like a super, I don't know. I think they're all kind of waterproof because I've never had anything go through it. However, I do also clean them, maintain them, and do like the waterproofing on it. What I do notice though, it will beat up. So I don't really know if, without it or not. I just don't like, I want to pretend and, I want to prevent stains that might be caused by salt, and that's why I always want to spray that on. Because once you get those really harsh stains, sometimes it does penetrate on your boot, and it's really, really difficult to get off. So that's why I kind of want to, I like preventing things from getting damaged rather than having to fix it later on. It's just easier. I think it's a lot more common sense. I think like I prefer prevention instead of fixing things. So pros and cons: if you have regular or wide feet, these are going to be really tight for you. Your feet are going to be uncomfortable and probably won't fit. So I won't recommend this. What I would recommend is trying the regular line from the Emu company instead. And, you might want a waterproof one. And if you want to kind of make sure you get extra protection, just get the Ugg water and stain protection, I think it's what it's called. They're not very expensive. And they do free shipping. You just go to UggAustralia.com. It's the same material, so it's fine. Comparing it to Uggs, it's like, I don't know. It's like comparing, because they're made kind of, they're from the same country and made all that, but they're different brands and they perform extremely differently. If it's a scale of 1 to 10, what I believe from my Emu boots, I would consider my Emu boots all in a 10. The Uggs, I would consider them the performance wise versus like overall performance, quality, price, everything. I would consider the Uggs probably in a 5, because not only is it more expensive, but if it's not in the waterproof line, and that's why I got these, because I thought it would perform the same way as an Ugg boot. If you don't get the waterproof line or waterproof shoe from Uggs, it's always going to seep through, and the insides are going to be wet, and guess what? The insides are going to start to, diminish and go really bad. So I'm really surprised about that. I am planning on getting more Emu boots. I don't know when, probably taller ones. And I'm not going to get it in the waterproof line, because I know that what they call just a water resistant can actually be waterproof too. Like, I'm just saying that when they say water resistant in the Ugg version, it really is water resistant. You are gonna get, your feet are still gonna get wet, but when Emu says it's water resistant, it actually means waterproof, which is so bizarre. So these are like 2 years old, or going on 2. I think they're gonna be 2 in a few months. And I use my boots the way you should, especially winter cold weather boots. It's going to be a harsh season of the year, so I don't really baby these at all. I mean, I don't necessarily go out of my way and walk in a puddle of water or melting snow. I don't do that. But if I have to, there's no other path, and it's more dangerous to walk in like black ice than on like a pile of snow, then I walk in a pile of snow. You know what I mean? So, would I recommend this? Very much so. If you have narrow feet or extra narrow feet, this would be, and you feel like if you're wearing Ugg boots, it slips and slides, or a lot of just, you don't want to wear two pairs of socks. These are perfect. I mean, these are completely perfect for my feet, and I have no complaints. This also has arch support, by the way. I believe every single Emu boot has an arch support. So when I do wear Emu boots, my calves and my feet are not in complete pain compared to when I wear Uggs. When I wear Uggs and I'm wearing that all day and all that stuff, when I come home, anyone who has flat feet will understand what I'm saying. When I come home, I am so tired that when someone tries to talk to me, I can't even respond. I'm so tired. I've never felt like that with the Emu boots. A lot of people think that Uggs are more superior than Emus. I used to think that way. I just thought they were, because I didn't know a lot, and a lot of people started to use the Ugg boots more. It was more popular because I guess celebrities were using it and all that stuff. What you're really getting is, to me, a cheaper quality winter boot, and you're paying a higher price tag, and different variety of colors. I think the option of different colors is what you're getting. But when it comes to quality and performance, the Emus to me are definitely a winner. Hands down. Like, there's not even a comparison. So, do I like it, love it, dislike it, hate it? I love these. I love these so much. And that's why I even want to probably, maybe every several years I'll buy maybe 2 or 3 pairs, because you kind of want to switch it up. You don't want it to be exhausted and that's the only pair you have and you wear it every day, because if you do that, it does, to me, you want to let it rest for at least a day just to make sure. I have 3 of these in this length or in this height, and so I do switch them up because I don't want it to fall apart as fast as it should. I want it to, to stay with me as long as it should. I'm hoping, oh man, over 10 years, I'm hoping. I have heard people saying that with their emu boots, it has lasted over 5 years, and they would have like certain issues like the insoles. Those are one of the things that I want to prevent, is like deterioration of the item. They were having issues with the insoles, and that was the only problem. But you have to think, it was over 5 years old, and that was the only pair of shoes she had when it comes to cold weather. And I believe that person was living in an environment that most of, like 3/4 of the year, she had to use it because it was cold. And I'm really glad that I did invest some money in it. So the bad thing about it is, when I first got my emu boots, I don't know if it was this one or the other ones, it wasn't cut correctly, and it was really uncomfortable when I had my feet in. But it was a defective item. I returned it. I think I returned it 2 or 3 times. And I got it through Shoe Mall because they were having like a really good sale at the time. And so I got it there, and I returned it 2 or 3 times. And I believe they make you pay for shipping back, which sucks. But, it was still a size 8 that I got. However, when I got it, it felt really off. Like, it was the most uncomfortable thing I ever felt like. And it felt kind of like I had 2 left shoes, but it had a curve, So I think it was just defective. And there were 2 or 3 of them that were defective, like 3 pairs. So that really sucks. And I think, they should probably pay attention to that. But aside from this particular boot alone, the only thing that probably I would have preferred, it would have been thicker here. But when I do use them, I really don't see the difference. It's still really soft, and it's still really comfortable, and it's very dense, and it still keeps me warm. So aside from just aesthetically wanting it to be thicker, I still give it a 10 out of 10. So and I do apologize if it sounds like I'm kind of off, or I seem tired. I've been feeling under the weather for the past 2-something weeks. It's just a hormonal change from my pregnancy. My doctor just said I just have to run. I just have to go through with it. I just have to tough it out. There's nothing they could do. There's nothing I could do better or worse or anything. I just have to go with it. So there it is, the Emu Paterson in the low height, and this is the chestnut. The weird thing about it is the platinum, the Emu Australia Platinum Stinger. I also have it in the color that they also call chestnut, but it's a different color. It's really weird. So I'm probably going to have a comparison of that. But for right now, I just want to focus on this one in case anyone is interested in this particular shoe. I've never had any regrets for it. I love it. I guess the only regret I probably had was I should have just bought more in the water resistant line because I really didn't need it. But at the time I didn't know. So after using it for 18 months, something like that, I do recommend these. I love them. And I don't think I would ever buy anything from Uggs except for the cleaning stuff and the maintenance. I don't think I'd ever buy anything that is to wear. And also Emus also sell their gloves, which I have from Ugg, and I'm thinking of getting more of those in a different color, but I'm gonna get them from Emu, not from Uggs. So I hope you really liked it, and I hope that if you're contemplating on getting Emu boots, I've used this, 3 seasons, 6 seasons total, I guess. And there are a little bit of fraying outside, but it hasn't affected the performance of the shoe. So I'm really glad about that. Yep, I'm really glad about that, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really, really happy that I stumbled on to Emus, and I gave it a try, and I really love it. So if anyone thinks that Emus are inferior than Uggs, I'm going to tell you you're completely wrong. I think Uggs are extremely more superior than Uggs itself. Emus are definitely like the gold medalist, and I think Uggs are like, didn't even make it to bronze. So again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you really liked it, and I hope you liked it enough that you're going to subscribe to my channel. It's that red button down below. And again, I welcome all comments. I love receiving those and reading those from everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.